Welcome back. Today we'll be talking about European nationalism. Before we can talk about nationalism, let's first define what nationalism is. Nationalism is an ideology where an individual's loyalty to the nation surpasses their other interests. The first clear sign of nationalism in Europe was in France during the French Revolution in 1789, where revolutionaries introduced various measures to create a sense of collective belonging in the citizens of France. The French Revolution's ideals were spread across Europe in the following years, especially when Napoleon invaded and brought them with him. The changes he made to society, like ending privileges based on birth or equality before law, were enjoyed by the local citizens. But when Napoleon did not grant them the freedom they expected, they went back to their old systems. Most of Europe was a patchwork of territories with local rulers who pledged allegiance to the king or emperor. This meant making citizens nationalistic was hard as there were no nations to which they could be loyal to. Different places had different measurements and units, which made economic growth tough. To have easier trade, national standardization would have to take place. In 1834, Prussia and other smaller German states formed a customs union and abolished tariff barriers which were hindering trade and reduced the total number of currencies used in the region from over 30 down to 2. After the defeat of Napoleon at Waterloo, the delegates of the countries who beat France met in Vienna in 1815 and drew up the Treaty of Vienna of 1815. They basically undid most of the territorial changes that Napoleon had done and exchanged some territories. New conservative regimes were set up. These regimes were very autocratic and did not tolerate criticism. They imposed censorship laws to control the media and prevent ideals of the French Revolution from spreading. Many liberal nationalists believed that the new governments had taken away the most important freedoms, the freedom of press. Fear drove most nationalists underground. Slowly, nationalism came to be associated with a revolution in most of Europe. Secret societies were set up to spread revolutionary ideas. To be a revolutionary was to fight for liberty and freedom, both of which were taken away after the Treaty of Vienna of 1815. One revolutionary, Giuseppe Mazzini, was partially responsible for Italian reunification. In July of 1830, a new revolution began in France. The middle class fought against the Bourbon king Charles X and put Louis-Philippe on the throne of France with a constitutional monarchy. The July Revolution, as it was called, sparked several revolutions across Europe. In Brussels, a revolution led to Belgium gaining independence from the United Kingdom of the Netherlands. In 1832, the Treaty of Constantinople of 1832 recognized Greece as an independent nation separate from the Ottoman Empire. The 1830s were bad times in Europe. Many were unemployed. Rural populations migrated from villages to cities where they had to live in slums. Bad agricultural years were also common, which led to increase in food prices. In 1845, there was a large revolt in Silesia by weavers. Italy had revolutions in 1831 and 1834 to unite the country. Both failed. So the King of Sardinia, Victor Emmanuel II, decided to reunite Italy himself. By 1861, he was crowned the King of Italy. 1848 saw yet another one of France's revolutions. King Louis Philippe fled. The National Assembly proclaimed France a republic. This republic would be the Second French Republic. This, much like the previous times, led to revolts all over Europe. In Prussia, the German middle class decided to vote for an all-German National Assembly who were going to turn Prussia into a constitutional monarchy, but King Wilhelm IV refused to concede. But the process of German reunification had begun. Prussia decided that it was going to unify all of Germany. It fought wars with Austria, Denmark, and France, all of which it won. On the morning of 18th January 1871, the Prussian king William the First was crowned the Emperor of Germany in a ceremony at Versailles. In 1707, England and Scotland united to form the United Kingdom of Great Britain. In 1801, Ireland was officially incorporated and the country was called the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. This was opposed by the Irish, who wanted their independence. The Balkan region of Southeast Europe had a lot of tension between different Slavic groups. These tensions and nationalism eventually led to the Great War. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay twice as curious.